The human mind is a fascinating puzzle, and the dynamics between men and women are a clear reflection of this complex psychological tapestry. Women, in particular, have developed subtle psychological mechanisms and behaviors that may seem confusing to many men. Understanding these mechanisms will not only help you become more skilled at seduction, but it will also give you a significant advantage in building deeper and more fulfilling relationships. This knowledge isn't something women are keen to share openly, as it could be used to turn things to a man's favor. If men fully understood these aspects, they could easily win over a woman's heart. However, the goal here isn't to expose secrets for manipulation, but rather to provide a deeper understanding of how the female mind works, helping you to establish more genuine and meaningful connections. So, if you're ready to uncover these secrets, let's dive into the psychological facts that will elevate your game in relationships and attraction. Fact 1. Women hide their desires. One of the most intriguing aspects of female behavior is their ability to conceal their most intimate desires. Women rarely admit openly that they want to be intimate with you, even if they're deeply attracted to you. This behavior is shaped by a mix of psychological and social factors that have molded how they express their sexuality. From an early age, many women are taught not to be the first to show sexual interest. Traditionally, society has placed the burden of taking the initiative on men, while women are expected to remain reserved and discreet. Even in modern times, as gender norms evolve, many women still feel the pressure not to appear too eager or easy. For this reason, as a man, you must develop the skill to read between the lines. Body language is a powerful tool women use to communicate interest without saying a word. Small details like proximity, prolonged eye contact, subtle smiles, and playing with their hair can all be signs she's interested in you. If you learn to interpret these signals, you'll know when a woman is ready to take the relationship to the next level without her having to say it outright. Moreover, women often want the man to take the lead sexually. This doesn't mean they don't have their own desires or fantasies, but they may prefer the man to make the first move. There's a fear of being judged or seen as too available if they show interest too openly. Understanding this psychological barrier will give you an edge in knowing when and how to act. By creating a comfortable and safe environment, she feels secure enough to express her desires. It's not about forcing a situation, but rather being attentive and responding appropriately to her signals. Summary: understanding that women may hide their sexual desires for cultural and psychological reasons will help you interpret their signals and act accordingly. By doing so, you'll not only improve your seduction skills, but also build a relationship based on mutual understanding and respect. Fact 2. A woman's emotional fidelity can be complex. Just because a woman is with you doesn't necessarily mean she's entirely emotionally faithful. Women, like men, can feel attracted to others even while in a relationship. This phenomenon is especially relevant if she has categorized you as a provider or beta, terms that refer to an unconscious hierarchy in which some women place men. When a woman sees you as her provider, she might value you more for what you offer materially than for the emotional connection you share. This doesn't mean she doesn't appreciate you, but her interest may lean more towards the security and stability you provide rather than a fiery passion. In such cases, she may seek from another man what she's not getting emotionally from you: excitement, romance, and a sense of adventure. The complicated part is that she never tells you this directly. Women are often very skilled at hiding their true feelings, especially if they fear losing the stability you provide. If you fall into the beta category, essentially a man who's more of a provider than a passionate lover, it's crucial to understand the implications of this label. A beta man, although valued for his stability and support, might not evoke the same level of passion as an alpha. This classification is not necessarily negative, but it could limit how she perceives you long term. Women in this situation often strive to maintain peace in the relationship, concealing their emotional dissatisfaction. Solution: never fall into complacency. Even in a stable relationship, it's essential to keep the emotional spark alive. This doesn't mean you should try to be someone you're not, but implies making an effort to be a partner who not only provides, but also connects emotionally and passionately. Understanding this psychological fact will allow you to evaluate your relationship with more clarity. If you suspect you've been categorized as a beta, there's still time to change the dynamic. Try to reignite passion, surprise her, keep the excitement alive, and ensure the emotional connection is as present as the security you offer. Fact 3. The hidden dynamics of friendships with men. One of the biggest myths in relationships is the idea that a woman can have male friends without any type of attraction being involved. Although it's not always the case, many men who become friends with women actually have a hidden romantic or sexual interest. This psychological fact is something that many women know but prefer not to admit. Women often seek male friendships for a variety of reasons. They may see these friends as confidants, as someone to rely on during tough times, or simply as company. However, what they don't tell you is that they're aware these men are likely interested in more than just friendship. They're often comfortable knowing there's someone willing to give them attention and support, even if they have no intention of taking the relationship to a romantic level. Problem: the issue arises when this friendship becomes a threat to the main relationship. A male friend who has been patiently waiting in the wings might seize any vulnerable moment to try and advance. This is something women know but rarely admit because they're afraid their partners might ask them to end these friendships. Solution: it's important to establish clear, healthy boundaries in your relationship and communicate openly about any concerns. Being aware of how your partner acts around her male friend is essential. If she seems secretly distant, spends more time talking to him than to you, or starts comparing you to him, these could be signs the friendship is crossing a line. Open, honest communication is key without falling into paranoia, but also without ignoring warning signs. Summary: not every male-female friendship has hidden motives, but understanding this dynamic will give you a clearer perspective on your relationship, allowing you to make informed decisions. Fact 4. The desire for intense emotions. At the heart of many women lies a deep longing to feel intense emotions, even if it means risking the stability of their relationship. This psychological fact explains why some women, despite having a partner who provides everything they need materially, continue to seek someone who makes them feel alive. When a woman is with a man who provides security, stability, and everything she needs materially, it might seem like she has everything she needs to be happy. However, if this man doesn't fulfill her emotionally, she starts looking for that spark elsewhere. This phenomenon is more common than most believe and is one reason why emotional infidelity is so prevalent. Solution: it's vital for men in long-term relationships to be attentive to these signs and strive to keep the emotional spark alive. This doesn't mean you need to be in a constant state of seduction, but it does imply being aware of the need for excitement and novelty in a relationship. Surprise her, plan new activities together, keep the romance alive, and above all, make sure she feels valued, not just for what you do for her, but for how you make her feel. Summary: emotional satisfaction is as important as material satisfaction in a relationship. If you only focus on providing, without considering her emotional needs, you could be leaving the door open for her to seek that connection elsewhere. Fact 5. How women categorize men. Women, consciously or unconsciously, tend to categorize men based on perceived qualities. This classification can significantly impact the relationship dynamic and how it develops over time. Broadly speaking, men can be classified into 3 categories: alpha, beta, and delta. Alpha males are seen as strong, independent, and capable of leading. They're the type of men who prioritize their own projects and ambitions above everything else, including relationships. Women tend to feel attracted to alphas because they project power and security, highly valued qualities. Beta males are more adaptive to a woman's needs. They are the providers, ensuring she has everything she needs to be comfortable and happy. Although valuable, beta males may be seen as less exciting than alphas, leading to a lack of long-term emotional attraction. Delta males are highly emotional and empathetic. They're capable of deeply connecting with a woman on an emotional level, making them attractive to those seeking a more sentimental relationship. However, they may be perceived as too sensitive or needy, affecting their attractiveness in other aspects. It's crucial to understand the category your partner has placed you in and how this affects your relationship dynamics. If you're seen as a beta and feel dissatisfied with that position, there is room to change how she perceives you. Summary: understanding this classification will help maintain a balanced, satisfying relationship. Women's actions and reactions are influenced by how they perceive you. Becoming aware of this allows you to adjust your behavior and approach to ensure you're seen the way you want to be. Fact 6. Emotional disconnection is hard to detect. One of the greatest challenges in any relationship is detecting when a woman has started to emotionally disconnect. This process is often subtle, almost imperceptible, and can happen long before she decides to end the relationship definitively. When a woman decides to emotionally distance herself, she doesn't always do so openly. Instead of confronting the situation, many women choose to keep up appearances, acting as if everything is fine while, internally, they've begun to distance themselves. Solution: communication is key during these times. Instead of ignoring problems or hoping they resolve themselves, you need to be proactive and open an honest dialogue about what's happening. Ask her how she feels in the relationship, if there's anything worrying her, or if there are aspects she'd like to change. These conversations might be uncomfortable, but are necessary for maintaining a strong emotional connection. Summary: emotional disconnection isn't always one person's fault. Relationships are a two-way street, and both partners must work together to maintain the connection. Understanding and detecting emotional disconnection allows you to take action before it's too late. Fact 7. Competition drives attraction. One of the best-kept secrets of female psychology is the need to feel there's competition for the man they're interested in. While this may seem contradictory, women are often more attracted to men who are desired by other women. This phenomenon, known as preselection, has deep roots in evolutionary psychology. When a woman sees other women interested in a man, her perception of him instantly changes. She sees him as valuable, someone who must have special qualities that make him desirable, thus increasing her attraction. Solution: understanding how competition and preselection work can be a powerful tool in attraction. Keeping an active social life, surrounding yourself with female friends, and being seen as socially valuable can enhance your attractiveness without changing who you are. Fact 8. The fear of public exposure. The psychology of women is deeply influenced by a fear of public exposure, particularly in the initial stages of a relationship. Women are more concerned than men about how they'll be perceived by their social circle, significantly affecting their behavior when getting to know someone new. When a woman starts dating a man who isn't conventionally attractive, she may feel a strong need to keep the relationship secret until she's sure how others perceive him. This behavior stems from several psychological and social factors. Solution: the best way to handle this situation is to be patient and respect her need for time. If the relationship is solid, she eventually wants to make it public when she feels confident. Demonstrating understanding and support will strengthen the bond between you two. Fact 9. The power of indirect communication. A distinctive feature of female communication is its tendency to be indirect, especially when expressing desires or needs. Women often won't say what they want directly. Instead, they'll use subtle hints, insinuations, and gestures, hoping the man will interpret them correctly. Solution: to become more adept at reading these signals, practice empathy and observation. Pay attention to small details and try to understand the meaning behind her words and actions. Over time, you'll develop a better ability to interpret her desires and needs, strengthening your relationship. Fact 10. The attraction to womanizers. A surprising and often puzzling fact is that many women feel an inexplicable attraction to womanizers. Despite the emotional pain and stress these men can cause, women are often irresistibly drawn to them. This phenomenon has a psychological basis. A womanizer is often perceived as a natural alpha-confident, charismatic, and capable of attracting multiple women. These qualities, while problematic in a relationship, are incredibly appealing to many women. Solution: understand that certain qualities associated with womanizers like confidence, charisma, and the ability to keep the excitement alive are highly attractive. While it's not healthy or ethical to adopt a womanizer lifestyle, learning to incorporate some of these qualities in a positive way can increase your attractiveness. Fact 11. The seductive power of boldness. Women tend to feel attracted to men who know when and how to be bold. When executed appropriately, boldness can be extremely seductive, demonstrating confidence, determination, and an intuitive understanding of feminine desires. Solution: boldness should always be conscious and respectful of the other person's boundaries. A truly attractive man knows how to read the environment, recognize signals of acceptance, and act in a way that deepens the emotional connection without jeopardizing it. Fact 12. The power of scent. The sense of smell is one of the most powerful and influential senses when it comes to human attraction, and women are especially sensitive to it. Scientific studies have shown that a man's scent can significantly affect how attractive he's perceived to be. Solution: invest in a good fragrance, maintain impeccable hygiene, and understand how scent influences emotions and attraction. These are key steps to enhancing your attractiveness and leaving a lasting impression on women's minds. Fact 13. Avoiding the friend zone. One of the most common mistakes men make when trying to win over a woman is falling into the friend zone. This term refers to the situation where a man becomes a close and reliable confidant to a woman but fails to spark her romantic or sexual interest. Solution: to avoid falling into the friend zone, be clear about your intentions from the start. This doesn't mean being aggressive or overly direct, but ensuring that she knows you're interested in more than friendship. Fact 14. The power of preselection. Women tend to feel more attracted to men who are surrounded by other women. This phenomenon, known as preselection, suggests that when a woman sees other women interested in a man, her perception of him automatically changes. Solution: use the power of preselection wisely. Keep an active social life, surround yourself with both male and female friends, and ensure that you're seen as someone who is desired and valued by others. Fact 15. The use of nicknames as a flirting tool. When a woman gives you a nickname, it could be a sign of romantic interest or attraction towards you. This behavior is a subtle way to flirt and establish a closer connection without being too direct. Solution: don't underestimate the power of nicknames in seduction. If a woman starts calling you by a nickname, take it as a positive sign and play along. It can help create a deeper, more playful connection. Fact 16. The importance of reading body language. Women are experts at using body language to communicate their feelings and intentions, especially when they don't want to be too direct. For men, learning to read these signals is key to understanding what a woman truly wants. Solution: improve your ability to read body language by paying attention to details and being observant. Look for clusters of signals to get a clearer picture of what she's communicating, and use this insight to respond appropriately in seduction. Fact 17. The obsession with appearance during intimacy. Intimacy is a significant moment for many women, and one of their biggest concerns is how they look during these moments. Women often care deeply about their appearance, particularly their lingerie and overall presentation during intimacy. Solution: understanding and responding to this concern positively and sincerely will not only improve the intimacy, but also strengthen the relationship as a whole. Compliments should be specific, genuine, and focus on making her feel appreciated. Fact 18. Emotional connection and intimacy. For many women, satisfaction during intimacy isn't just about the physical aspect, but also the emotional connection they feel with their partner. Unlike men, who can often separate physical intimacy from emotional intimacy, women tend to need a strong emotional bond to fully enjoy the experience. Solution: establish a deep emotional connection by being patient, attentive, and empathetic. Taking the time to connect emotionally before intimacy and creating an atmosphere of trust and safety will improve your partner's experience and satisfaction. Understanding the psychological intricacies of female behavior in relationships can transform how you approach and build connections with women. Remember, these insights are not meant to be used for manipulation, but to foster genuine, meaningful relationships. If you found these insights helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on relationships and attraction. See you in the next video.